Dudes! Welcome to the Devil's Garden.
That's right. We are here for day 2 in Arches National Park. And today we are going to hike on the Devil's Garden. Now this whole hike is a 7.8 mile loop. Can't remember the kilometers, but we'll put it down here. Today we're just going to do a little part of it. We're going to hike up to Landscape Arch, which is 1.8 miles round trip or 2.9 kilometers. And we will actually see 3 arches. We're going to go up to Landscape. But on the way, we're going to see 2. One is Tunnel, and the other is Pine Tree. Well, let's go do it. So originally we were planning to do the full 7.8 mile loop.
But yesterday we got caught out on the trail in 100-degree weather. So all of the signs say that you should be weary of hiking after 90-degree weather, which is like 32 Celsius. Obviously it gets really hot, it starts to bake you, and it can kill you. We were pretty miserable towards the end of the hike. We had run out of water and
the final stretch. Water!
Didn't want to repeat that process again.
It was kind of sad though, because it was the sandstone, broken arch, and tapestry. And out of all the hikes, just like the terrain throughout the trail, it was my favorite.
I loved the hike, even though the heat did get to us a little bit towards the end. It was a beautiful hike. I would highly recommend.
So it made us change our plans a little bit. We were going to do Park Avenue yesterday and then do this whole loop today. But then we woke up this morning and we were exhausted, and we decided, okay, let's just hike this one to Landscape Arch and then we'll do Park Avenue later. Need to keep making our way up to the landscape so that we can finish before the heat of the day and not make the same mistake. Let's go. Coming up on Landscape Arch up to our left.
Yeah, the largest spanning arch in North America. September 1991. Hikers thought they heard cracks of thunder from distant clouds. Wasn't. It was the arch falling.
Good to know.
This is why we can't go underneath the arch like we did yesterday with North and the South Arch. There is a viewing platform that you can go to get closer to see more of the details.
What do you think of Landscape?
I think it's really cool. It's amazing how thin it is in some points. Like, look how thin it is right there. It's amazing. I also like this little zigzag thing it's got going over on the other side.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's pretty sad that one day this thing is going to fall. I don't know if it'll be in our lifetime or if it's like thousands of years, but it isn't going to last.
That's all right. More will be made, but I'm glad we got to see it.
When you get up to the general Landscape Arch area, you turn to the right. This is where the primitive trail starts, and that is the 7.8 mile loop that you can do that goes back to where we started. That might be for another trip. Maybe we'll come back in the fall or winter and do that. But as for now, heading back down to see the Pine Tree Tunnel Arch.
Yeah, we are. Here we have Dustin the Explorer. Ready to capture it all.
So now that we're down back at the bottom of the trail, we are gonna do Tunnel and Pine Tree arches. They're just a little spur hike that's off here, kind of forms a T, one's on one side, one's on the other, and adds about 0.3 miles to the hike. So this is Tunnel Arch. There's actually 2 of them. this is Pine Tree Arch. If you have any guesses as to why it's called that, leave it in the comments below. I think this one might be one of my favorites.
Really?
Yeah, I like it. I like how there's like vegetation on the bottom and it like frames the view from here. Like you can see clear over to those mountain ranges. You got the red sandstone over here. Like, that's a cool view. Case in point, start early, folks.
The crows have eyes, you know. Going to Park Avenue.
What we're doing.
1.8 miles round trip, or 3.2 kilometers. Why is it called Park Avenue? Like Park Avenue in New York. They look like skyscrapers.
Think of Park Avenue.
I like that it's in the shade.
I do too, it's quite nice. You don't even need your sunnies anymore.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Look at that.
I'll be damned.
Now that we're down here at the bottom of Park Avenue, what do you think of it?
It's beautiful, but I feel like I should be in like in an old Western movie.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Like the old gunslinger days?
Definitely. Tell me which arch is your favorite. Tell me.
Yeah, it definitely has those vibes. So it's just a little after 10 now, and the sun is ablazing.
We learned our lesson yesterday, and we've decided to change up our plan a little bit. Like I said, we aren't hiking the long hike. Instead, during the heat of the day,
We're just gonna do some roadside attractions. We'll take you along for all of those.
let's go.
So I'm not sure if this rock has a name, but this rock is called Sheep Rock. And we're reading a sign that says that this is the possible location of an arch that has fallen, because it looks like it connects right there in that middle spot. I don't know if this is the courthouse towers or the organ.
These are the three gossips.
You can tell a little bit more from the road. This one's called Phallus Rock. No, really, that's what it's called.
Welcome to Balance Room. It's a bit precariously perched. There's a 7-minute walk that you can do, but we're tired of the heat, so we're not gonna do it. This is where you park to do the hike, but if you drive 1 mile further, that's where you'll go for the viewpoint.
So it turns out the viewpoint is a little bit of a walk, and there's actually two of them. There's the lower viewpoint, which is just a 100 feet walk, and then it's a mile to the upper viewpoint. So we're gonna do the lower viewpoint. Man, if you blink, you'd totally miss this viewpoint because it doesn't look like one. All you have is a sign that says viewpoint, no access to the arch. But where's the arch? You gotta look out.
There it is.
So you can just kind of barely see it from here, and I'm sure that the upper viewpoint a mile up is much better. But we just wanted to show you what you could do if you can't get out and move around as much. So there you go. So that wraps it up for Arches National Park. What was your favorite part?
My favorite part? Spending time with you.
Oh.
My favorite hike was the Broken Arch, Sand Dune Arch, and Tapestry Arch, even though it was in the heat of the day.
Yeah, we'll definitely have to come back and do that one again. But I think my favorite arch was Pine Tree Arch. I really liked the way, and I don't know if it looks that cool all day. It might have just been the time of day with perfect light, but it was just framing the desert with the rocks and the trees just perfectly. I thought it was beautiful.
I really enjoyed Delicate Arch a lot more than I thought I would, because it's an image that we see so often in Utah.
Right?
I thought it would be kind of like,
Like overrated,
but it
Yeah.
wasn't. Like I almost got emotional up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, like enjoyed it a lot more than I thought I would.
No, I really loved that one too, especially through the little window that's before you get up to the main viewing point.
Yeah.
That place was
Epic.
amazing. I really did enjoy everything that we did on the Devil's Garden today. A little bit sad that we're not able to do the whole thing today, but definitely for a return trip, we need to do that. Any other thoughts?
I just had that deer in headlights moment. I have thoughts.
We saw some deer. That was pretty cool too. We
Ooh,
got
baby
buffalo.
Bambi.
Yeah, it was delightful.
Baby Bambi was so cute. Even had freckles.
But yeah, I think now we're just gonna head back to Moab, find a good restaurant, and show you around the town a little bit.
In case you've been wondering where we're staying, let me show you. So it's pretty standard hotel room, except there are a few features that we really like. Hats, mirrors, hooks. Well, that's nice to have when you're hiking. Couch, which is really nice when we were really dirty after hiking. We could sit on the couch and rest our feet, cool off for a second. Very spacious. Got a little nice office area for all your office needs. Another feature that we really like, it has a ton, and I mean a ton, of charging places. And that's handy for when we're got a lot of devices to charge. I think I had the best sleep of my life on this bed. Usually the first night of a hotel stay, I don't sleep very well. Found the solution. You just have to get up at like 3 the morning before, not have any sleep, and then you're exhausted.
Speaking of the best sleep of your life, we fell asleep. Good morning. It's 6 p.m.
Evening.
Took a little nap, and now we're gonna head off to dinner. Kendra did some research for us and found us a spot to eat. Where are we headed?
Spitfire Smokehouse.
Barbecue! Dude, you parallel parked like a champ, and then like 2 minutes later, the people got here to leave. So we are at the Smokehouse Grill, and we have ordered the 3-plate, and it has tri-tip, and it has tri-tip, pulled pork, and it has tri-tip, pulled pork, and biscuit. 3 takes for 3 pieces of meat.
For our sides, we went with mac and cheese and beer battered french fries because we're children, and that's what I like. It also comes with hush puppies.
Kendra's gonna give us a try on the pork.
It's pretty tender. It's got some flavor, but barbecue would be nice, like barbecue sauce in addition to it.
Guess what?
We have some.
We have some, funny enough.
I know, but you know, I like to try it without first.
Yeah, for sure. Gonna dig in on the brisket now?
I like my brisket to be a little more tender. But
Yeah.
you know,
Actually, you know what? I think that's the tri-tip. Looks
Start
like
over.
I truly am the one who tried the brisket first.
how's the brisket?
The brisket's lovely. Just the right amount of fat marbled in. It's got really good flavor. It's nice.
Maybe I should try it.
Yeah, you should. So we ended up cutting that short a little bit. I was not lying when I said the brisket was amazing.
It really was.
It was great. But the rest,
Just so.
yeah, I wouldn't really recommend the place. I think it might have been an off night because I have a hard time believing that you can be that good at brisket and that bad at everything else.
Call it another early night. 'Cause
Yeah.
We gotta get up in the morning again.
Let's hit it.